The CS2 market is reaching new all-time highs yet again. It is absolutely insane. There are still a lot of different type of investments that can be very nice down the line. Let's start talking about the CSGO weapon case 2. This one has the cold-blooded in it. It had a lot of hate back in the day, but I think times changed. This case has been selling around for 15 euros all the way up to 17, somewhere in that area. And as you can see, currently we're reaching new all-time highs. This case is getting sold for 32 euros, almost 33 on the Steam community market. It is exploding just as all the other rare discontinued cases. I mean, ever since we cannot get them dropped in the drop pools, times changed, and this is obvious that a lot of these cases will be rising since there will be a lot of demand in the future. As you can see on the market, the field tested version and the minimum wear version are priced the same. Personally, I will be going for the minimum wear version because you can find some nice floats. Maybe this is not the best, obviously, but as we've been talking about the blood in the water from the Arms Deal 2 collection, I think it will be more desirable in the future since there's not that much hype around this skin. It has been out for such a long time in the CS2 economy, generally in the CSGO economy as well, obviously. The biggest downside to the 5.7 Case Hardened is that we have the new 5.7 in the Armory, which looks very similar to the Case Hardened, yet it's called differently. And this skin costs around like 20 to 30 euros. This is the minimum wear condition. You can also find some nice floats. This is the cheapest on the Steam community market, actually. I know that these are not that desirable, and if you get a blue gem, it's better. But if I compare it to the heat treated from the Sport and Field collection, it is miles cheaper and also kinda looks very similar in my opinion. There's not a huge difference, obviously. The only big difference I would say is the price, because this is way cheaper than the Case Hardened, even though the Case Hardened is from a discontinued case and the Spot and Field collection has not been discontinued yet from the Armory. But apparently on the 28th or on the 31st upcoming month, we should see a new Armory update. This is absolutely insane. As I said, my prediction was that two collections will be at least discontinued, stickers and charms as well. Even though Spot and Field is oversaturated, in my opinion, this will be long-term a great investment. We can compare it to the Blue Phosphor collection, to the Control collection. This one is even better than the Control collection. In my opinion, it has a lot of good-looking skins that will be rising down the line in the future. That's at least my personal take on it. Obviously, if the case is gonna rise, the blues inside the case and all the other skins will be also rising. So if you don't have a lot of funds, this one is around like $4 in the minimal wear condition. In my opinion, a very nice looking skin, obviously not that desirable, but at the end of the day, it's a Crimson Web. It's from a very discontinued and desirable collection. And generally speaking, if the case prices keep going up and we don't have a lot of them listed on the market, only 100, and this is not a lot by any means, we can compare it to the CSGO weapon case as well. So my best bet would be buy these on third-party websites because you can buy them probably in bulk. Obviously, there's not that many out there because this case is kinda rare, we cannot lie. It's very expensive to open these skins. As you can see, this skin is currently on the up rise, and down the line, once these cases get even more limited, I think the prices will only keep on increasing. Hold these skins for 1 or 2 years. This will be the best play you can make. That's at least my opinion right now. The P90 Cold-Blooded is not that desirable, I would say. In the factory new condition, this skin is currently going around for only like $60 to $50, somewhere in that area. And on Steam, the factory new Stat-Track version is even more expensive than the regular factory new version, which is not a very nice sign. It just shows that these skins are not that desirable and actually people are not using them for trade-offs because obviously it's super expensive. But in the future, these skins will be way more limited and people will only then understand how rare they actually are. Because back in the day, people were using these skins for trade-ups like here and there, easy, no problem. And right now they're super expensive. Obviously, not a lot of people are gonna do it. As a play skin for a red loadout, even the factory new version is not gonna look clean. Unfortunately, you need a super low float for that. But generally speaking, I do really enjoy this skin. With some Ruby Wave lenticular stickers, it would be also very slapping. Because as you know, we love our Ruby Wave lenticulars. I think long term it's gonna be a very great hold. I have gotten like 20 or something of them. I will keep them definitely for the longer future because obviously I do not predict that these will be removed out of the Armory next. The price could definitely drop for these, but it's not expensive at all for a red sticker, which is not that easy to get, I would say. I think it's worth the money. Alright, it is time to reveal the winner of the M4A1S Atomic Alloy from the Huntsman collection with some Keto 15 stickers applied to it. One of you lucky winners is gonna win it. If you want to participate in future giveaways, all you have to do is subscribe to my channel, leave a thumbs up on the video, comment something down below, and make sure that your Steam trade link is in your YouTube description. If you don't know the rules of the giveaways, it's very simple. I'm choosing throughout the week a random video that I uploaded, and then I'm selecting from this video a random winner. So this time we're going for the latest video we've uploaded. If you are early up on my channel, you have the better chances to win at these giveaways. So I pasted the link, let's fetch it, let's see how many entries and comments we have gotten. And we got 57 comments. Let's pick a random winner in 3, in 2, in 1. And the winner is Ivy.CS2. Ruby Jetski is the best. Thank you so much, bro. Congratulations to you winning the M4 Atomic Alloy. In the future video, I will be showing you that I sent him the skin. Also, we are not done with the giveaways yet. The next giveaway on our list is going to be this M4 Evonos control panel from the 2018 new collection. It has been already discontinued from the game. In my opinion, maybe some of you guys is gonna enjoy this skin. As I said, all you have to do to participate is subscribe to my channel, leave a thumbs up on this video, comment something down below, and your Steam trade link in your YouTube description. And let's get right into the next investment on our list. A lot of you guys in the comments were speculating that if the FIFA case gets announced discontinued, do we actually see a new case by Valve? Or are they gonna add maybe a terminal to the Armory, which is not that far away from what Valve is actually currently doing, and they're absolutely unpredictable currently. The only real predictable thing, in my opinion, are the elemental craft stickers to be removed, and at least 2 collections from the current Armory, and by that I mean the Spartan Field and Train. I think Overpass is gonna stay because we still have it in the premium mode. That's at least my personal take on it. Also, 130 days are remaining for this limited edition item AK. In my opinion, it is good looking. Okay, I changed my mind maybe a little bit. Some of these really look better than the others, but the main focus on it is that the field tested version finally settled in its price. It costs around like 30 euros on the Steam community market, and I think these are very reasonable prices. So if you can find some that have maybe a nice pattern or have that rare gem finish maybe with some purple touches to it, I will be definitely going for the skins and keeping them long term, because I think 125 Armory stars is way too much and not a lot of people will still spend the Armory stars on them. So in the future the demand could slowly rise over the time because it's not getting the love it maybe deserves. And obviously, in my opinion, these are the best charms, the Dr. Boom charms. I mean, just the chance to get that. Okay, and that's why you should not waste your Armory stars. Just go ahead and buy these charms straight off third-party websites or on Steam. It's gonna be probably more expensive, right? But people have been saying that they enjoy the butane bodies with not a lot of liquid inside and also with a lot of liquid inside, because both of them do look kind of good. If there's not a lot of liquid and you have it on your gun, it looks like transparent, which is kind of cool for most people. Others enjoy that full colorful feeling, you know what I mean? Also, in one of our previous videos, we've been talking about investments under 10 euros, and the AWP Black Nile was just one of the better skins in my opinion. It deserves the love that it doesn't get. It sounds complicated, I understand, but listen out. The Anubis package and the skins inside it are slowly rising, because after the hype, after it was removed, we had some CS2 updates, we had some meta shifts, and we had some other things going on the market, and this inflated the prices that they almost crashed back at the same level where they were, even though it's already discontinued. And not a lot of people were buying these packages from the shop because it was a long time in the shop and we had no clue how long it's gonna stay in there. So not a lot of investors actually went for these. We definitely picked some of these skins up, and I still have a lot of packages laying around in my inventory. But the craziest part about this AWP is I think that in the future it can double in price easily. That's at least my take on it. Also, don't hate me for this, but I would still be going for the AK-47 Crossfade from the graphic design collection. This may not be the best looking AK, I understand. We are aiming probably for the factory new versions because they will be very desirable for certain trade-ups, because the graphic design collection, the most expensive skins inside it, are all in the factory new condition, which is very important for our investments. If we are gonna invest into these skins and you don't have a lot of funds, maybe minimal wear in a nice float could also work out for us here. The XM Run from the Train 20 and 25 collection, I think it's gonna be a very desirable trade-up skin for the Tech 9 Whiteout. So if you don't have a Tech 9 Whiteout in your inventory laying around, maybe in the minimal wear condition or factory new, which is very expensive, congratulations to those who have a Tech 9 Whiteout. But these are direct trade-up skins to it. You have a 30% chance, or 33% basically, at hitting the Tech 9 Whiteout because there are 3 purple skins in this collection. And the minimal wear runs are way cheaper than the factory new ones. Just look at the floats, guys. You will need special floats to get that Tech 9, for example, in minimal wear or factory new. I think that the minimal wear condition, as I already said in one of our previous videos, is gonna be way more liquid than factory new. Factory new could rise all the way up to like $800, that's my prediction, and the minimal wear version could be around like the $200 mark, which is absolutely possible, and down the line in the future this will be a very nice way to triple your money. But this is not guaranteed. Make always your own research up on these investments. This is very important because we've been also buying the Desert Eagle Tilted in one of our previous videos a few months ago. I've been stacking up on these, and one of my storage units is almost full with these skins, and they're currently not that expensive, 50 cents on the Steam community market in the minimal wear condition. Obviously you can find better floats, I would be going maybe for under 0.1. This would be the best way to buy minimal wear skins. Also use stuff in trade ups a lot. And generally speaking, the Overpass collection, if you aim for factory new skins, I think this will be the best bet, because the factory new skins from the Overpass collections are the most expensive ones. Maybe after the long dog in factory new, even though it dropped a lot in price, and the Be the Monster is way more liquid, is way more desirable, and way more people love it. My advice for you is, as you can see, I have the Be the Monster, I have the AWP Simic, I have the long dogs here and stuff. I would be definitely aiming for one of these skins from the collections from the Armory for a red skin. I think you cannot make a lot of mistakes here. You don't have to go for factory new or minimal wear. Mine is in 0.18. And I think down the line these will be more expensive. Also, if you aim for some field tested ones, because I've seen them on third-party user websites selling for super cheap, even though the floats were very good. I don't understand why people panic sell these. I think these are very nice investments to hold for. I already said that the Overpass collection is probably not getting removed next, but I can also be wrong. Maybe Valve actually removes 3 collections at the same time, and a lot of people will be actually missing out on the profits. By now you probably noticed that a lot of cases in CS2 are currently exploding, and some of the cases that you are holding are not moving, and you're asking yourself, well, why? Because they've been removed from the active drop pool, and people finally started realizing how rare they actually are, because there's not a lot of them on the market. And this is, for example, the Phoenix case has also OG knives inside it, which is very important. I think this can be one of the next cases to pump again. We've been talking about this case in one of our previous videos as well, so we cannot start preparing too early, I would say. Right now is a great time to go ahead and buy these on third-party websites, because they're very cheap. If you're interested in more CS2 investment videos, definitely go ahead and watch these videos. Also join our Discord community, the link will be down in the description.